Hi. Been a while, hasn't it? Why the hell did it take you like 3 months to make another psychic devlog? School? I mean, other things too, but mostly school. Get out of here. You freaking stupid. Oh. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I don't really have anything left to say other than like, hi and welcome to Psychic Devlog episode 5? No, 6. Yeah. But apart from that, I guess I'll just start. Anyway, empty scene. So I added this big ass ground, which was originally 100 by 100, which is huge. And then I made it 100 by 200. I added this wall, which would work as a wall. I originally made it flat, but I figured out you can't extrude edges, I think. So I just had to change it to like 1 thick so I could extrude the edges properly, but I haven't done that yet. Then I extruded out a little path going backwards. And I put in this big wall going around the whole thing so you can't just jump over. As you can see, a problem I'm having is that the walls are like mega frictiony. So if you walk up against them, you basically just stop. So an obvious fix for this is just to make them completely frictionless. You can see that this doesn't actually affect the player apart from making them slide easier. And this completely fixes it. Nice! And then I almost lost access to the whole game. See, what happened is that I wanted to update the Unity engine to a newer version of Unity, and I'll just show you. Basically, what happened is that I needed to download the new version of the Unity editor, but since I'm using a Mac Mini and I had like barely any storage, literally like 10 gigabytes, I deleted the current version and then downloaded the new one. But you needed the original one to change it to the new one. So I was kind of screwed because I couldn't actually edit it without the old version. Because I couldn't change it to the new version because I didn't have the old version. Yeah. Unbelievably though, at the time, literally about a week before, I got one of those time machine things which backs up the entirety of your computer onto a drive that you can scroll through to get like older files that you might have lost. That's right, we back boys. And now we got the newest version of Unity. Also, for some reason, all of the lighting got messed up, but it literally just fixed as soon as I switched to that scene in the editor. So now back to the spooky dream. I added a nice grass texture to the ground, then I made a nice torch in Blender, so I can justify putting lights in places. So I added some weird texture to the walls, and then I slapped in the torch, which I made glow. Then I made it really dark, and put a light on the player. Then I also made some trees with Blender, and placed them in the scene. After that I made this house that would work as the main bit of the dream, and here I'm just putting that in the dream and texturing it. I put a secret gravestone behind the house, and it says something funny on it, but I'm not going to show you because it's a secret. Now I'm working on the main bit of the dream. Then I made this, it's like a locker? Something like that. And I took this piece of paper and crumpled it up. And because I'm stupid, I forgot to record me making this dream place, and basically what I'm showing you right now is just the main bit of the dream. You're going to be walking back and forth, and every time you walk one way, something disappears. So I just have to put like 50 triggers that keep making things disappear and reappear. I made these guys, slapped them in the game, and just after this I made some more general things, like a computer, and tables, and pencils, and here I'm just showing you what it looks like when it works. Basically there's a table, then the stuff disappears, then the table does, then you can't leave, and then the table bit is extended and the man's there, and when you run towards him, he runs towards you. After he runs towards you, a path opens up behind you. Okay, so something I need to discuss is the street. I mean, look at this place. It's so ugly. And you can't even get hit by a car. What a rip-off. So I went and visited Blender and made this lamppost and replaced the old one with it. Because the old one was a downloaded model and it was only one model, so I couldn't change the texture of different things. Then I started blocking out everything in Pro Builder. I made my house in Blender. I also made some secret text and the dream place. Now it's good. So back to the spooky dream. I have a mug, but it's all weird. So long story short, I made one in Blender. And now it's not weird. I also had some more lockers. Yeah. I made them so they worked as a ramp for the next bit of the map. It was also at this point that I remade a bunch of maps in Pro Builder and added some stuff to it too. Starting with the dream place, where after I was done pro building, it was also looking very, very empty. So as always, I made loads of things in Blender and just started slapping them in the game, starting with my cupboard here. Then I made a chest of drawers and some other stuff. Also added loads of things to the bedroom of the dream place, like a ball and a stool. Also polished up the puzzle dream and added a thing to fall into at the end of the dream, because before you would just kind of fall into the abyss. Another thing I need to do is the cutscene, which I really need to make skippable, so I checked out the brackies forum and typed in my thing. But in the end that didn't really work, because even at the time of recording all this audio, they still haven't answered, so I also tried loads of subreddits, but they haven't answered yet, so I guess I'll just tell you if it works in the next video. I also finished off the spooky dream with more confusing turns and corners, and then a path that leads you to that door that you can never reach. That one? Yeah, you still can't reach that. Instead you just fall down a bit and it leads you back to the dream place, where you just go back to bed. You know, in your dream. So that's the end of the video. Sorry it took so long. Also remember to like and subscribe to both of my channels, and remember to check out the subreddit. Oh, and also, for a short time, I'm going to be featuring a Reddit post from my subreddit in one of my videos. That'll be an Eric You Don't Count. This is just so more people post things to my subreddit because, well, I mean, yeah. Thanks and goodbye.